Hidden Desires, written by StormLuna. Another evening had arrived in Canterlot, and like always, Luna was waking from her daily slumber. She opened her curtains and looked at the sun moving towards the horizon. For ages, this sight brought about great happiness within her, as it meant that she would be able to bask the landscape with her lovely night. Recently, though, that was not the case. Something was troubling her. Something that had been troubling her for quite some time, but she was not one to share feelings, so, like she had for months, she kept quiet about it. As she headed down to the dining hall, she was greeted by her sister, who, like always, was in a cheerful mood. She saw a sad look on Luna's face and was concerned. "Luna, what's wrong? You used to love this time of day because soon it would be time for you to raise your moon."
"We are not sure, big sister. It seems as though lately we have been feeling depressed. We feel like part of us is missing."
"Luna, you know you can tell me what is bothering you. Out of all the ponies out there, I'd think I would be the one you would trust."
"Well, this is something that we feel that would be best if we kept to ourselves."
"Well, all right, but if you need to talk, I'll be here for you." After eating their supper and doing their royal duties, Celestia and Luna would normally sit down to have a snack, but that would not be the case that night as Luna headed towards the exit. "Luna, wait! Don't you want to have our nightly discussion tonight?"
"We kind of want to start our nightly patrol early. We just want to have some solitude."
Celestia gazed into Luna's eyes and wasn't completely sure if she was telling her the truth or not, but decided she was not going to question her. She was just going to let her go. As Luna took off from their balcony, Celestia could only sigh in frustration. While she was concerned over the change in her sister's behavior, she knew that if Luna wouldn't talk to her about it, that there really wasn't anything she could do. As Luna took flight, she felt a sense of ease as she headed out. While on most nights she heads directly into the Everfree Forest to check for trouble, she decided that she would fly over Ponyville first, hoping that the one pony she has been wanting to talk to would be there. Once she arrived, though, she began to feel nervous about whether the pony she wanted to talk to would be out, and even if she were out on her balcony, would she even want to talk to her? Luna was gazing into the moon when she suddenly slammed into the side of a building and fell onto a balcony.
Why must we be so careless? Why must we be so distracted that we don't even watch where we are flying?
Before she could say anything else, a lavender alicorn rushed out to check on whoever it was that crashed on her balcony.
"Are you?"
When she saw that it was Luna, she asked,
"Princess Luna, are you okay?" "Yes, Twilight, we are okay."
Twilight noticed that Luna had taken quite a hit to the head, as she had a bruise and a gash that was bleeding a bit. She helped Luna up and said,
"Come inside, Luna. We need to get that cut on your head taken care of."
Luna got up and followed her inside. While Luna was grateful that Twilight was going to fix her up, she was also nervous. Very nervous. She felt a bit nervous about being taken inside by Twilight for the reason that she was, but thought that maybe this is what fate had in store for her. Once she was inside, Twilight took a closer look at the injury on Luna's head.
"Just wait here, Princess. I'm going to get some alcohol and bandages to fix this up.
When Luna heard this, she cringed a little. Despite always trying to look tough and fearless, she knew that this was going to sting. When Twilight returned and began to work on Luna's wound, she asked,
Princess, why did you crash onto my balcony? Did something distract you? Ow! That hurts!
I know, but I had to get all the bacteria killed so this doesn't become infected.
I know that, dear Twilight.
She continued to grit her teeth as Twilight continued to work on her wound.
Now, to answer your question, I crashed on your balcony because I was distracted and didn't see your castle.
Twilight's ears shot up as she noticed something different about Luna. She noticed that she was not speaking in the third pony like she normally does.
Your Majesty, are you sure you're okay? Normally you don't speak like this.
Twilight, could you just call me Luna? Right now is not the time for formalities. This brought out a great amount of concern from Twilight, because not only was she not using the old Canterlot way of speaking, she also did not want to use formalities.
Are you sure you're okay, Luna? First you stopped using the Royal Canterlot way of speaking, and now you don't want me to be formal with you.
She put her hoof around Luna and continued.
Is something wrong? Are you and Celestia at odds again?
Luna blushed a little when Twilight put her hoof around her, but did her best to hide it.
Twilight, can we talk out on your balcony? I really don't want Spike listening in, as you are the one I need to talk to, not any pony else. Don't worry about Spike. He was helping out at Sweet Apple Acres today, and decided to just stay there tonight since they offered him a huge breakfast tomorrow morning. But if you want to talk out on the balcony, we can.
I would like that. Besides, it isn't that often that I can enjoy my wonderful night talking with some pony I'm close to. While Twilight was happy that Luna would want to enjoy the night sky with her, she couldn't help but wonder what Luna meant referring to her as some pony she's close to. Once they arrived back out on the balcony, Twilight was bound and determined to find out why Luna was behaving so much differently than she normally does. As soon as they sat down and looked skyward, Twilight asked,
Luna, I can tell something is wrong. You never behave like this, and I'm worried about you. You can tell me anything, and I promise I won't tell any pony. Alright, I'll let you know what is going on. Twilight, as you know, I tend to be more reserved, and even though I am no longer feared, I still get nervous to forge close ties with ponies. But, Luna, what is it? It sounds like you want to forge a close bond with ponies.
Twilight put her wing around Twilight.
I do, but it is really just one pony in particular.
This really shocked Twilight. She began to realize who that one pony is that Luna wanted to forge a close bond with, and while she would never admit it to any pony, she had always wished that she were closer with Luna.
Is that pony?
Before she could finish her sentence, Luna moved in for a kiss. Twilight saw this and parted her lips a bit to allow entry to Luna's tongue. As their lips met and Luna's tongue met that of Twilight, the two felt a sense of pure bliss. Without even thinking, doing it more on pure instinct, the two wrapped themselves together and laid down on the balcony as their kisses became more passionate. They were both moaning in pleasure, as neither one had felt love like that before. After an hour of non-stop kissing, Luna finally broke the kiss. She gazed into Twilight's eyes and squealed.
Twilight, I have never felt anything like this before in my life! Really? You're over 1,000 years old! I would think you would have at one point or another. I'm being honest, Twilight. I had wished to pursue other mares in my past, but you are the first one that I ever felt that would want anything to do with me. Luna, I'm surprised. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. While I have many great friends, and I'm sure that there are many mares out there that would want me, I've been waiting for this day to come. Really? You have been waiting for me to express my desire to be with you? Yes, Luna. It was during that nightmare night when you came to Ponyville that I fell for you. While I know you were trying to put forth a tough attitude that mirrored the legends of you, I could see deep down that you were lonely and just wanted to be loved. But Twilight, why didn't you approach me then? It was on that night that I fell for you as well. Because I knew that Celestia would be furious and would punish you. I knew she would accuse you of trying to seduce me and likely banish you again. I had wanted to pursue you for so long, but for so long I feared my sister's reaction to my desire to be with you. She pulled Twilight close and continued. But tonight, I realized that I can't live in fear of my sister's reaction anymore. We are both grown mares. We are both princesses, and my sister should not meddle in either of our personal lives. I agree with you, Luna. Twilight blushed and continued. So, what do we do now? Do we just do this, or do we do more? Twilight Sparkle, my feelings for you are very strong. Ever since that nightmare night, my heart has skipped a beat when I am around you. You are everything a mare could ever want. You are beautiful. You are kind. You are sweet. You are smart. You use rational thought. She blushed as she finished. And you are so sexy. She pulled Twilight close and asked, Twilight Sparkle, would you be my mare friend? This is something Twilight has only dared to even think about, and now here was her true dream was coming true. Yes! Oh yes! Yes, Luna! Yes, I'll be your mare friend!
After another passionate kiss, Twilight asked, So what are we going to do? Despite me being a full-grown mare and both of us being princesses, I have a feeling that Celestia will be very upset, if not outraged over our relationship. For now, I think we should keep it a secret. I can come and visit you in the night so we may spend time together. But what about Spike? I can't just send him off every single night so we can be alone for when you visit me. We'll figure something out. Twilight, I am wondering if I could stay here with you until it is time to lower the moon? Twilight began to lead Luna towards her bedroom and replied, Of course you can. Luna saw where they were headed and said, I am so happy, Twilight. I just want to spend quality time with my first mare friend. Even if we just cuddle and gaze into one another's eyes, I will be more than happy. I feel the same way, Luna. Once they reached Twilight's bedroom, they laid down, wrapped themselves together, and gazed into one another's eyes. I love you, Twilight. I love you with all my heart. I love you too, Luna. I love you more than life itself. Finally, after years of hidden feelings and secret desires, Princess Luna and Princess Twilight were mare friends. While they both were worried about how Princess Celestia would react to their love and relationship, they decided to push those fears aside and focus solely on one another. They viewed that night as the beginning of something that they hoped would lead to much, much more.